Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network. Dwayne Mariner joining us here from Alpha Hydration and Wellness. He joins us probably today live from Los Angeles. I'm not sure. That's where he's based out of. And to talk more about all his integrative medicine and preventative illness and his IVs and how he's helping you maintain a healthy lifestyle. So welcome back today. How are you?
I'm good, thank you, except for my internet issues.
I know.
So
It's
now I'm doing
okay.
it from my phone, and
It's
it's not
okay.
as
I
pretty on my
I have to
phone.
start off by asking, how was your daughter's wedding? It was in Texas recently, right?
Yeah, it was good. It was good. We had a good time. Went off without a hitch, no issues. Well, we had one hitch, I guess. They got married. Uh, yeah, it was good. We had a really good time. Everybody seemed to have a really good time, and
Mhm.
now they've honeymooned, and he got sick on the honeymoon, and it was just everything was just like a wedding. Perfect. Something
Yay!
always has to happen. But it was great. Yeah, we
Amazing.
had a great time.
Great.
It
And
was
what have
really
you
a
been
lot
up
of
to?
fun.
Tell our listeners about what you're doing and where you've been.
Oh my gosh, we have been really nowhere and everywhere. Texas, Vegas. We've been doing lots and lots of IVs. We got some new stuff going on that has been really beneficial for a lot of people. Just been kind of hitting everything. We've done some traveling, not as much as I'd like to, but kind of put us all back a little bit on this on the podcast and stuff, just because we were so flighty and everywhere. It was too hard to nail down stuff. But yeah, so we're kind of back in LA for the meantime, seeing lots of clients. What's funny is we're seeing lots of uptick in COVID.
I was just going to
Uh,
tell you. I got it. Wait, hold on. So
yeah.
I ran out to California for a day and a half. I went to the ESPY Awards, 2 weeks
Hmm.
ago. I come
Hmm.
back because I had my kid's birthday party like the next day. I come back Friday because it was Thursday night. And all of a sudden I'm like sick Sunday. And then I'm like, okay, wait. Now my kids are sick. Oh, and my sister's sick. Everyone's sick. A week goes by. I have congested, but it felt like a normal cold, like it always does. And just I
Right.
had some expired tests. I'm like, let me just test. I test myself, my kids, everyone has COVID now. And then
Mhm.
it's in my sister's house. And then I go to the doctor just to confirm with my kids because one fever wouldn't break. And then it's like, wait, they're like, yeah, they said since July 4th, there's been an uprise everywhere. Everyone's
Yeah.
coming back in with it again. I'm glad I was going to bring that up.
Yep. It exists. It's crazy. I just had some people today, and I said they were going to London. I said everybody that travels comes back with COVID. I said it doesn't matter where you go, everybody comes back with COVID. She's
It's
like, I
so
know
true.
everybody's done. I don't. I mean, you can only do what you can do. You can't. You can't hide from life. So just go and take it and just face it head on. And look, you survived it. It's not fun.
No.
It's nothing like it was when it's full veracity, a couple of years ago when it was
Hmm.
absolutely a miserable sickness.
So
Now,
how
yeah,
are you helping people? What are the things you're able to do and how quick are you able to go to that person? Do you wait after they
uh,
have COVID? Do you see them while they have COVID? What's the process and what
oh
type of
yeah,
infusions
I
do you
see them
give?
while they have COVID. Yeah, I see them while they have COVID because I mean, what good does it do after
Yeah.
you've already done everything? Yeah, we hit them hard with my antiviral infusion, which has a lot of vitamin C and 16 or 17 other different ingredients that just kind of help and combat viruses. They help squash viruses. They just kind of shut everything down to keep it from replicating. Then it hydrates you and then it gives you energy too, so you can kind of fight through it. Uh, which is really done really well for the last, where are we, 2020, so 4 years. I haven't changed the formula at all in 4 years because it's been working so well. So we do that. Yeah, we go in if they have COVID. Yeah, that's what we do. We're nurses. That's what we do.
Hmm.
We didn't sign up for all well people the day we graduated nursing school and whatever. So yeah, we see you sick, see you well. It's going to be the whole gamut of everything from your wellness visits all the way up to and including your time you're sick. That's when you need us the most. So yeah, it's been interesting to say the least. I think everybody's it's really weird because I think the that actual COVID virus, I think it really likes the hot ambient temperatures. Because I remember, I guess it's been a couple years ago, we had a spike in the summer as well.
Yeah.
They thought it
Hmm.
boiled down. So I think it just really likes those
Yeah, and I'm just curious because I only did like the beginning vaccinations. I've done any since, and I'm just curious. I wonder if like how the if people are still keeping up with their vaccinations, are they still getting it? Because I'm one of those people who got the vaccination and still got it again 2 times, like when it was good. So it just I'm
yeah,
just like over the vaccination thing, but I'm just
me too.
curious. Yeah.
100%. Yeah. My buddy, he has the initial one, the booster, and I want to say he has 4 to 5 boosters, however it works, and just had COVID recently. Uh, we within the last couple months, or he had it over. He's had it recently. Yeah, like the last couple months. Uh, so yeah, it doesn't seem to be helping much with anything,
Yeah.
unfortunately. I mean, look at the president of the United States allegedly got it. And he
Mm-hmm.
should be surrounded by people who aren't anywhere near it because of just their job and where they're at. And, they make everybody a mask and all that stuff, and he still contracted it somehow. You're just not going to hide from it. We've
Mm-hmm.
all tried. You just can't do it. 'Cause you can't do everything perfect. You can't live in a perfect world. You can't live in a bubble.
Mm-hmm.
You got to have your immunities, and this unfortunately is going to have to be one of those immunities you need to acquire anyway from here on out. So probably
Yeah.
be a yearly immunity thing that you need to acquire, kind of like flu
Exactly.
and all that. So
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
it's a mess. But yeah, but everybody comes back. I mean, we've had people from Mexico, London, Italy, uh, everywhere in the world, and they come back and they're like, "We have COVID." Like,
Yeah.
how are all y'all getting COVID? Where are you going? I mean, going big crowds. I don't. It's
I think
crazy.
it's just living in
It's
the
crazy.
airplanes. I'm feeling like the germs aren't disinfected anymore. I feel like it's all the seats. It's
Maybe.
in the, I don't know. I don't think
Yeah,
they
but
clean them.
they claim the airplane air is supposed to be like the cleanest because it's like filtered so many times and not to
Yeah.
be crude or crass, but like that's why you don't really smell like when people toot and stuff like that because it's
Exactly.
you know. But
Yep.
I don't know. I don't know. It's just it's it's a hanger on her. It's just a hanger on her. It's not, but it's not real virulent right now, which is good. It's kind of mutated itself to almost not even as much as a flu really now. What were your symptoms?
Yeah, I basically right now I'm still congested in my ears, but it's been like it's over almost 2 weeks. But I have sinusitis. I always, no matter what type of cold I get, and they say it's viral, nothing you can do. It's why I don't even go to the doctor, but I go to the ENT because I get earaches no matter what it is. So like, every
Mm,
doctor says no antibiotics, no antibiotics. And now they put me on antibiotics. I have to wait it out to get sicker. So it's just a cold. I found stuffy nose and I didn't even have a sore throat this time. My son, though, had a fever that wouldn't go away and had a sore throat. The other one didn't have a sore throat, didn't have a fever, just didn't feel good, just felt so tired. So it's kind of like the regular basic ones, I think. Yeah.
yeah, it zaps the life out of you. I
Yeah.
remember the last time I had it. It's like someone just took your life force. Like, oh, I got to go to bed. I'm so tired. But
Wow.
yeah, that's kind of been generalized across the board for everybody. It's been a little bit of sore throat. Some have a little bit of a cough. Some have some nose congestion, ear congestion. Uh, but nobody really has been really sick. It's just that when you say COVID, it's like a leper's disease now. It's where people are
Every,
like, "Oh, get thee away from me, leper."
well, the doctor
And you're
said
like, just like,
the doctor says it doesn't matter. You could leave. There's no requirement. There's no anything. And I kind of like telling people that I don't want to see that I have it because they still get like, and but then the other people I don't
right? Is
tell.
that
It's
something
not,
you
I
should
mean,
address on
I'm
air?
no, it's okay. It's fine. It's so true though. But I don't even like you're allowed to go
I
to the
can't
store. You're allowed.
come.
You don't have to wear a mask. I mean, you don't want to risk infect. But it's like same thing with a cold. If I get a cold, I'm still going to CVS to get my medicine. I'm still going shopping. I'm still going to work. And this is like a cold, so I'm still going to do what I
Yeah,
have to do now. There's no
yeah,
mandates to know what everything. So, but it's so funny. Once you hear that word COVID, people just flip, and I'm just like,
yeah.
really, really.
Right.
But
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, leper.
It's,
That's the
it's
word.
like the HIV AIDS of the
Yeah.
next generation or whatever you want to call it.
Mm,
Because the Gen X we had, it was
that's so
AIDS and it was
true.
HIV, and then it was really nothing. Then the COVID thing. So it's kind of the same thing where you're like, oh my gosh, you have that? I can't touch you. It should be you should have a tattoo that says I have COVID. You
Yeah,
know,
no, my uncle, I was asking him to watch my son today, both of my kids, and he was like, so they have COVID. And I'm like, yeah, they had it on Saturday. They're fine. They're not like, but you knew the reason why he said no was because the COVID. And I'm like, why
Oh
did
yeah,
dad tell him like that's now Thursday? I'm like, they're fine. But I'm like,
it'll wear you out. It's we still have lots of people that are very cautious
yeah, cautious. That's
about
mm-hmm.
COVID. I mean, there we were somewhere recently and someone was wearing a mask. They still were wearing their gloves, and the problem with the gloves is you're touching everything with the gloves. You're touching everything. You put the gloves up to your face. You're not doing anything. Just wash your hands. You don't need gloves. You're not performing surgery. It's not like it's a nice fluid based disease. It's very interesting. There's a really interesting dynamic of the people that are just abundantly overcautious about something that is at this point, kind of a non-starter, like you said, like a cold. If you can't survive a cold, then well, you know, I don't know what to say because it's just it's crazy. It's crazy, and people driving in their cars by themselves with their masks
I
on,
know.
and I don't get it. I get either they're used to it, uh, or maybe they're from another country where it's just but I don't. It's amazing to me. I haven't put a mask on in a couple of years, except for being at the hospital. But other than that, I've been around people with COVID. They're like, "You're not going to mask?" I'm like, "What? Why? Are you going to kiss me?" You know, I'm going to sit away from you, and we're not gonna exchange body fluid. You're not coughing. You're not sneezing. You don't. I mean, there's ways you can track stuff, and
Yeah.
so far so good. I just don't worry about it anymore.
Yeah. Well, I have
And
a
I'm kind of
friend,
like you. I could use the excuse.
yeah. My friend who's a PA and he works people all the time. And I said to him last week, I said, hey, I said, are you notice people? He's like, yeah, everyone's coming in with it too. And I said, no, he's like he's like 6'4". So he's like, I don't get it. It's like, I never get it. I'm like, do you wear a mask? Like, not all the time. I'm like, maybe because you're so tall. I'm like, or you just have a really
Right.
good immune system. I'm like, it's,
He's
it's
got
a
it.
good,
Man, he's probably got a really good immune system because he's surrounded by people who are sick all the time. And like I said, who knows how long ago from working in the emergency department. I mean, the first year working in the emergency department, you're sick. You're sick all the time. You get every bug, everything. And after that, you hardly can't get sick. You just don't get anything because you've had so many exposures to so many things
hmm
that your body just pretty much recognizes everything. So you don't spend a lot of time home calling off sick. You have to make stuff up. If you wanted to be off, you better make something up because you're not going to get sick.
no,
Even the people that are chronically sick, you're not going to get sick from the emergency department because you have all of these immunities you've built up. It's staggering.
it
It's
is.
staggering.
Well,
But
I'm
yeah, you have
sorry,
to
but
you have
we
to
are
be
out of
exposed.
time. We have to go. We have a minute left.
No, you're
Dwayne,
good. You're good. That was all my fault. I blame
I
Spectrum this week.
all good. You're here to help. IV hydration, IV vitamins, so much more. Tell us.
Oh my gosh, we do ozone therapies, stem cells, exosomes. Uh, we can do oxygen therapy. We do a gazillion things. Yeah, the best place to find us and find out is www.ahsiv.com.
Mm-hmm.
You can text me or call me 818-482-3252. I'm always on the other end. Or the socials at Alpha Hydration. Just don't leave
Perfect.
a message there because I might not ever see it.
Thank you so much. And I left you two today, one on this one, the one line and then the other one. Thank you
Perfect.
so much for picking up. Pleasure having you, and we'll chat again soon, okay?
We'll talk soon,
Stay
Jill.
healthy.
Are you looking for even more of the podcasts and hosts that you love? The Podcast Business News Network is proud to announce that you now have even more ways to listen live. Check out the MyTuner Radio, online radio box, and Simple Radio apps on iOS and Android, or find us online. Search for Business News Network on mytuner-radio.com or search Podcast Business News Network on streama.com and onlineradiobox.com/US. Take your podcast on the go and don't miss a minute of the action.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers.
Day-to-day simple tasks can become pretty daunting.
I have to carry my chair up 2 flights of steps or have somebody do it for me.
What scares me the most is just the falling.
When I'm struggling with my house, I think, to have that one great barrier just knocked down, it's crucial.
Home for Our Troops is a wonderful nonprofit that builds a
mortgage-free, fully adaptive, handicap-accessible house.
And there's no catch.
It'll be our very first home that we've ever owned. This is a game changer.
This is where your life begins again.
We need you to join us in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Because of you, everything's going to be okay.